What's up, YouTube? Had to bring it back. Basically, this video is just what on earth is going on with the lack of options for shooting flash with the K3 Mark III. Well, technically, there are not a lack of options. You need to understand how the Pentax system works. With the previous generations of Pentax cameras that have a built-in flash, they have more options because of the optical triggering system that Pentax uses. So you'll get red eye reduction, you'll get flash on, flash power, master, controller, all that fun stuff. With the Pentax cameras that do not have a built-in flash, the options at first seem very, very limited. You get, like with the K3 Mark III anyway, you get flash on, red eye reduction flash on, and you can adjust the flash exposure compensation from +1 all the way down to -2. And that's it. Now, the reason being is with the Pentax 360 and 540 FGZ, if you're in Canada, and FGZ, if you're in the States, those flashes have the capability of changing those options for high-speed sync, for exposure compensation, all master, controller, all that stuff on the flash itself. So that's the expectation, is that you would be actually changing those options on the flash itself, not within the camera body. Now, I do have a Godox TT350P, which is Pentax TTL compatible, and it's the same thing. You change the high-speed sync on the flash itself. You can change the exposure compensation for the flash from +1 to -2 EV while you're in TTL mode on the camera body itself. But other than that, you just get flash on and red eye reduction flash. Front curtain sync, rear curtain sync, those are other options that are in Pentax cameras that have a built-in flash. The K3 does not have that option, again, because that would be controlled on the flash itself. So I'm just going to quickly show you what those options are, how it works, and all that fun stuff, and let's just get right down to it. Okay, so we're going to use the same test scene that I was using before in regards to comparing the K3 versus the K3 Mark III. I'm still doing some testing on figuring out the softness on the K3 Mark III, but for this will suffice. So let's go into the menu. Now, the flash mode settings are in camera and option 2, and your options are flash on and flash on plus red eye. Now, at the bottom here, you just use the E dial, and you can change the exposure compensation from +1 down to -2. So with that said, I do have my TT350P mounted here, which I'll show you there. And right now it's in TTL, auto zoom, and that's it. Now the options on this flash, you go to mode, you've got manual, multi, TTL, and your sync. Now it's in high speed sync, rear curtain sync, and that's it. So all those extra modes are all controlled directly on the flash itself. And you also have your flash exposure compensation from -3 all the way up to +3. So let's see, controlling it in TTL, just straight from the camera body. Bring this down here. I'm going to do this all in live view so you can see in real time exactly what happens here. Okay, let's take the first shot, and we're at 0 EV. There's that. Take a look, and there we go. Now let's change the compensation down to -2 EV. Take another shot. You can see it's a little darker. So this is the 0, and that's -2. And now let's go to +1. And let's compare. So that's +1, -2, and 0. Oops. 0, -2, +1. So you can see it does make a difference, and those are pretty much the only parameters that you can change on the camera body itself. Now, if we actually start changing it on the flash, obviously it's going to be a greater range of things that you can change. Get the exposure compensation back to 0 on the camera body, and let's go to +3 on the flash itself. And we'll fire off a shot. So that's +3 on the camera body, or sorry, on the flash. And now we'll go to -3. Now there is a mix of ambient light here. I still need to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so there is -3 and +3 on the flash itself. Now without high-speed sync, if you look at the shutter speed, I'm going to crank that up, and you can't go any higher than 1/200th of a second, right? But now if I enable high-speed sync in the flash, let's get out of there. After that, let's put that back to 0. Now we're in high-speed sync. So with high-speed sync, now it's at 1/180th of a second, and now we can actually continue to climb up. So all the parameters that you would think would be in the camera body are actually controlled directly from the flash. The flash then tells the camera, hey, I'm in this mode, so unlock these additional features. And that's pretty much the way it works. So for those that are used to shooting Pentax cameras that actually have a built-in flash, this is a totally different experience. I hope that the video allows you to understand the way the system works with the Pentax cameras that do not have a built-in flash. You're expected to actually make your major changes using the flash directly and not through the camera body itself. And that's pretty much it. If you like the video, leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It always helps out. If you'd like to support the channel, I leave that information at the bottom of the description. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Down there somewhere. And that's it. You'll see me on my next video. I'm out.